Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and today I have something special for you. I'm going to have painters inside of my house today, and my experience with painters and a lot of subcontractors is that they like to listen to the radio. Usually they like to listen to a rock station. So in some of my videos today, it's possible that you could hear something like Bad to the Bone going on, and if you do hear that, you will know what it is. And let's just hope that YouTube does not pick up on that and try to give me a copyright strike for it. So the painters are not here yet. I was going to try to get this video in before they get here, so let's see what happens. The first piece of news is from Jaquito McPhee this morning. Judge recommends ruling in favor of Kleiman in Craig Wright case. So this case that Craig Wright, who claims he's Satoshi Nakamoto, this case that he's been in, apparently it didn't go well for him. And then Bull Run Wonka, the main thing I wanted to get out of this and show you is what Bull Run Wonka sent here. At Willy Wonka XRP. Exclusive first interview with Craig Wright after judge orders him to pay $5 billion in Bitcoin. $2 billion dump may happen to pay estate taxes. Now this is the article. Now, the first thing you need to understand is this guy has a history. He loves to say things that let everybody know how powerful he is and how, I control this amount, and if I wanted to, I could tank the market. I mean, he said all kinds of things like this in the past. But what is being talked about here is what I really want you to understand. He says, will it affect BSV? He said, BSV it won't, but the judge ordered me to send just under 500,000 Bitcoin over to Ira, who is the person, one of the people in this case. 500,000 BTC over to Ira. Let's see what it does to the market. I wouldn't have tanked the market. I'm nice. So in other words, he just wants you to know that he could tank the market if he wanted to. Well, anyway, what I wanted you to get out of this is one of the things I've said a lot over the course of my channel. Let's say that they did sell Bitcoin and it did tank the market, and because of how young this market is, that caused a tank in the price of Bitcoin. Then it drug other things down with it. Those are the types of down markets that I love, because that's a 1,000% legitimate reason to buy. It's not someone coming out and saying that there's something wrong with digital assets. It's not something that is fundamentally wrong. It's a pure supply thing that comes along with the youth of this market. Now, that is a buying opportunity, my friends, because when this market, look at it this way. If you got in this in 2013 when I did, we were talking as I recall, in the single or double digits numbers of billions of dollars in this. Go back and look at those prices. So if you had bought back then see, you could see what you could have gotten to now. Well, something like this tanks the market a ton like that, and it's kind of like doing a rewind and giving an opportunity to people who weren't there back then. So I see these things, and to me, I'm like, okay, bring it on. But XRP has kind of decoupled more than it used to from Bitcoin, so who knows what would happen in a scenario like that. But we'll see. And next, Heisenzerp sent me this one. This is from Real Vision. According to Steve Bannon, this is a guy that was an advisor to the president back when, I think. The Chinese economic system is built on a house of sand, and I think it's going to lead to greater financial debacle than 2008 ever was. Watch this very prescient convo with this guy and our YouTube now. There's a video right here, so go to @RealVision to watch the video. Pretty interesting stuff. And then Mr. B at XRP, Mr. sent me this from XRP Crypto Wolf. We've got two of them. Macron says France and the U.S. have reached a digital tax deal. Macron told reporters speaking alongside U.S. President Trump at the end of a G7 summit. The U.S. also reached a digital trade deal with Japan at the G7 summit. So wonder what's going on. And then this also from XRP Crypto Wolf. Central Bank of Brazil adopted IMF guidelines for classifying cryptocurrencies as goods. Recognizing crypto as a property makes them eligible to be used as a payment mechanism. Ripple's new office in Brazil, along with their new XRapid XRP corridor. Boom. How about that? Okay. This is from Origin Tokyo 123. And I thought this was great. I've told you on here, I believe that there's going to be an XRP meetup in Japan, but I don't know that I've shown this cool website. Look at this website that they've created for this meetup. And I'm hoping that if I grab a thumbnail from here for this video, that it'll highlight all these X's the way it's doing when I move my mouse. We'll see what that looks like because I'm going to try it. But it's xrpmeetupjapan.com if you want to check it out. And I think that means November 10th. It's a Sunday, 2019 is when they're going to do that. I would love to go to something like that, but I can't do this one. I have never been to Japan, but I've always heard that it's a pretty cool place. I'll check that out one day in my travels. Let's see here. And then we've got this, Brian Melancholy XRP at Mike Honcho _11 sent me this. Now this right here makes me think, and I sent Brian Melancholy a message when I saw this. This is something I have said from the very beginning of my channel, and it makes me think that Tyler Winklevoss may listen occasionally. So, to you, Tyler, you guys are smart guys over there. You started Gemini. You were somewhere in the mix on the creation of Facebook. You guys are not dummies. So if you are listening to me, I want you to listen well, son. I'm just kidding. There's no reason in the world you guys at Gemini should not be listing XRP. We need XRP on Gemini. The digital asset investor has a Gemini account. I would be more than happy. I would be thrilled to use Gemini and to tell people how great it is. But you got to put XRP on there, guys. This whole area is going to mature faster and faster, and you guys are just going to look like you're just going to have all kinds of egg on your face. Please list Gemini. I'm saying it respectfully. But he says, Bitcoin is the first time in history that mom and pop beat Wall Street to the punch. That's one of the reasons I love this industry. He's 1,000% right. And this is something I've been saying. Remember, this digital assets are the first new asset class since 1696 when bonds were created by the Bank of England, folks. And we have never had a situation where those paying attention from their home computers were able to get into a new asset class before the wealthy. The way the world has always worked is it's controlled by the wealthy, and they make sure that they get themselves parked in the assets before the hordes show up. And I've told the story several times. When I was at Morgan Stanley as a financial advisor, if they came out with a new stock, a new IPO, they would offer it to their rich clients before it became open to the public. And then over-the-counter brokerage is just the same thing. It's been a rigged game for years. It's set up for the rich to get richer. And this is the one time. And that's why many people, and I'm made fun of all the time. I went at my fantasy draft this weekend. I had my friends still making fun of me as if I'm just some guy out on a limb that doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, you're that Bitcoin guy. Actually, I'm that XRP guy, and when they find out what that really means, when they finally understand what that really means, and that combined with digital assets being the new asset class, they're going to be sick to their stomach. I heard one of them this weekend say that he still is just a little bit nervous about investing in this stuff. I'm like, wow, man. And I don't, I'm to the point, I'm not going to try to talk someone into this that doesn't understand. But like I tell people over and over, look, you got to enjoy you got to deal with the 95% pullbacks to enjoy these thousands of percent gains. And that's what we are the setup is here. Okay, X-Men XRP at XRP33 sent me this. We've shown you the Rich List stats page before. This is from Vin, but he's done something cool to update it now, and I want to show it to you. Ledger.exposed/rich-stats. Used to, you would look here and you can see that the top 9 accounts have a balance of 1 billion or more XRP. The next 9 top accounts have 500 million to a billion XRP. And it shows you how many accounts have that. Now, it doesn't account for, I mean, you could be a guy that's got multiple accounts and you've got your XRP spread across that. But here's what was not showing on this site before. If you click on the number, this is the 9 richest XRP wallets in the world. And now it shows you who owns them, if they know. I mean, in these cases, they kind of can have tracked these and they know. Bitstamp has 1, Bitbank has 1, Binance has 1, and the rest are Ripple, except for this one. They apparently don't know what this one is. I would bet that is some wealthy individual. In fact, maybe we should write Rothschild right there. It's probably somebody like that. Okay, and from Michelle Vandenberg at MVDB01. This is interesting right here, folks. Insiders are selling stock like it's 2007. This is scary is what it is. The leaders of corporate America are cashing in their chips as doubts grow about the sustainability of the longest bull market in American history. Corporate insiders have sold an average of $600 million in stock per day in August, according to TrimTab's investment research, which tracks stock market liquidity. August is on track to be the 5th month of the year in which insiders selling tops $10 billion. I wanted to read this part down here to you as well. Recession fears have ignited a burst of market volatility over the past year, punctuated by the worst December since the Great Depression. You hearing it, folks? Are you seeing what's going on? Last week alone, top executives from Salesforce, Slack, Chipotle, I think I said that right, Visa, and Home Depot all sold shares, according to Open Insider, the site that tracks insider stock sales. It's coming, folks. Pay close attention. Don't get caught. I remember that line, one of the lines I love from one of my favorite movies, Hoosiers. They were doing the picket fence move, and he says, "Don't get caught. Don't get caught watching the paint dry." Well, that's what I say to you all about this stock market. Don't get caught watching the paint dry, because if you do, you're in trouble. This is from XRP Veteran. I'll finish here. When someone tells you to invest in cryptocurrency, I'm 50 moves ahead of you and everybody else. He says, when your old friends bought XRP at $10 and telling you to invest in cryptocurrency, there's not a question in my mind that at a point, probably sooner than you think, your friends are going to be like, yeah, we got to get some of this XRP stuff. And you're going to be like, man, you're going to be laughing to yourself saying 2 things. First, if you only knew what I've been through. And the other you're going to be saying is, so this is what it feels to be here before everyone else. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that there will be painters at the digital asset investor's house today, and you could hear some AC/DC or something in the background. Thank you for listening.